Today our topic is how to apply Stoicism in daily life. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that teaches us how to live a good life by focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot. It is not about being emotionless or cold, but about finding peace and strength by understanding the world and our place in it. Stoicism can help us deal with stress, challenges, and uncertainty in a calm and thoughtful way. Let's explore how we can use Stoic principles in our everyday lives. First, let's talk about control. One of the main ideas in Stoicism is that we should focus on what we can control and accept what we cannot. This means we should not waste time and energy on things outside our control, like the weather, other people's opinions, or past events. Instead, we should focus on our own actions, thoughts, and attitudes. For example, if you are stuck in traffic, you cannot control the situation, but you can control how you react to it. You can choose to stay calm and use the time to listen to music or think about your day. By focusing on what you can control, you can reduce stress and feel more in charge of your life. Another important Stoic principle is to practice gratitude. Stoics believe that we should appreciate what we have instead of always wanting more. This does not mean we should not have goals or dreams, but we should not let them make us unhappy with our current situation. For example, instead of complaining about your job, you can focus on the things you like about it, like your colleagues or the skills you are learning. By practicing gratitude, we can find happiness in the present moment and avoid the trap of always wanting more. Stoicism also teaches us to accept challenges as opportunities for growth. Life is full of difficulties, but Stoics believe that these challenges help us become stronger and wiser. Instead of avoiding problems or feeling sorry for ourselves, we should face them with courage and learn from them. For example, if you fail a test, you can see it as a chance to improve your study habits and do better next time. By accepting challenges, we can turn setbacks into stepping stones and grow as individuals. Another key idea in Stoicism is to live in the present moment. We often spend too much time thinking about the past or worrying about the future, but the Stoics remind us that the only moment we truly have is the present. We cannot change the past or predict the future, but we can make the most of the here and now. For example, instead of worrying about a meeting tomorrow, you can focus on enjoying your evening with your family. By living in the present, we can reduce anxiety and find more joy in our daily lives. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of self-discipline. This means making choices that are good for us in the long term, even if they are difficult in the short term. For example, instead of eating junk food, you can choose to eat healthy meals that will give you energy and make you feel better. Self-discipline helps us stay focused on our goals and avoid distractions that can lead us off track. By practicing self-discipline, we can build good habits and create a life that aligns with our values. Another Stoic principle is to be mindful of our emotions. Stoics believe that our emotions are not caused by external events, but by our thoughts and judgments about those events. This means we can control our emotions by changing the way we think. For example, if someone insults you, you can choose not to take it personally and instead see it as a reflection of their own issues. By being mindful of our emotions, we can avoid overreacting and maintain a sense of calm, even in difficult situations. Stoicism also teaches us to be humble and recognize our place in the world. We are all part of a larger universe, and our problems are small in the grand scheme of things. This perspective can help us stay grounded and avoid getting too caught up in our own concerns. For example, if you are feeling stressed about work, you can remind yourself that there are bigger things in life, like your health, family, and the beauty of nature. By staying humble, we can keep our problems in perspective and avoid unnecessary stress. Another important Stoic practice is to reflect on our day. At the end of each day, we can take a few minutes to think about what went well, what could have gone better, and what we can learn from our experiences. This practice helps us become more aware of our actions and decisions, and make improvements over time. For example, if you had an argument with a friend, you can reflect on what caused it and how you could handle it better next time. By reflecting on our day, we can learn from our mistakes and grow as individuals. Stoicism also encourages us to be kind and compassionate towards others. While we should not let other people's opinions control us, we should still treat them with respect and understanding. This means being patient with their flaws and helping them when we can. For example, if a colleague is struggling with a project, you can offer your support instead of criticizing them. By being kind and compassionate, we can build stronger relationships and create a more positive environment for everyone. Another Stoic idea is to focus on virtue, which means living according to our highest values. Stoics believe that true happiness comes from being a good person, not from wealth, fame, or other external things. This means making choices that are honest, fair, and kind, even when it is difficult. For example, if you see someone being treated unfairly, you can speak up for them instead of staying silent. By focusing on virtue, we can live a life that we can be proud of and find deep satisfaction in our actions. Stoicism also teaches us to be prepared for challenges. Life is unpredictable, and things do not always go as planned. Stoics believe that by imagining worst-case scenarios and preparing for them, we can reduce our fear and handle difficulties better. For example, if you are worried about losing your job, you can start saving money or learning new skills to increase your chances of finding another one. By being prepared, we can face challenges with confidence and resilience. Another Stoic principle is to practice moderation. This means avoiding extremes and finding balance in our lives. For example, instead of working all the time or spending all your money, you can find a healthy balance between work and leisure, and between spending and saving. By practicing moderation, we can avoid burnout and enjoy a more balanced and fulfilling life. Finally, Stoicism reminds us to accept the inevitability of change. Everything in life is temporary, and nothing lasts forever. This includes both good and bad things. By accepting this, we can appreciate the good times more and not be overwhelmed by the bad times. For example, if you are going through a tough period, you can remind yourself that it will not last forever, and that better days are ahead. By accepting change, we can adapt more easily to life's ups and downs and find peace in the midst of uncertainty. In conclusion, Stoicism offers many practical tools for living a better life. By focusing on what we can control, practicing gratitude, accepting challenges, living in the present, practicing self-discipline, being mindful of our emotions, staying humble, reflecting on our day, being kind, focusing on virtue, preparing for challenges, practicing moderation and accepting change, we can find peace, strength. Stoicism is not about avoiding life's difficulties, but about facing them with courage and wisdom. By applying these principles, we can live a life that is not only more fulfilling, but also more aligned with our true values. So, let's take these Stoic ideas and start applying them in our own lives today. Remember, it is not about being perfect, but about making small, consistent changes that add up over time. The journey of Stoicism is a lifelong one, but it is one that can bring us great rewards if we stay committed to it. Thank you for listening, and I hope you find these ideas helpful in your own life.